somebody named Holly Etter, and that's the
Yeah,
trial?
that's it.
Yes, that is Miss Etter is with the Cherokee Nation.
Okay, and then I have the Donovan person, Stark Placement, and Robert Starks. Amy, you know Nathan Donovan?
No, ma'am.
I feel like I know that name. No,
Let's let him in and see who it is.
you're in for Oliver. He's in Arnold. I'm like, I knew that name.
Yeah.
He's in a mediation right now.
Okay.
Happy to help.
I guess I need to show my face, don't I? I'm here. Somewhere. Okay. Everybody that's going to testify, please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, thank you. Okay, parents are here. I believe let me see, where's Mr. Lee? Everybody's here on the Berry case. I'm not going to put the names on the record now. It's my understanding that Miss Flowers is here. Miss Etter's here. Miss Flowers is a counselor in this case, and Miss Etter is with the Cherokee tribe. Is that correct, ma'am?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Last week we were set for trial on 6/4/25. Mr. Berry and the Berry said that there was some issue with rain up in Kansas area where they lived, so we reset until today. There became a notice with the an issue with notice to the tribe, and so we reset until July 2nd at 9:30, and we're in person in Gatesville. I know that Miss Flowers doesn't have to come. I believe somebody made arrangements for Miss Flowers to appear via Zoom. Is that correct? Yes, ma'am. Okay, got it. And Miss Etter, y'all obviously don't have to come. Y'all can appear via Zoom also. Okay. But everybody else has to. I don't know who else. Anybody else that I think the Fosters, didn't somebody make arrangements with them to appear via Zoom?
Yeah, they're here today as well, Judge, but I would ask that they be able to appear by Zoom as well, since they've got all the kiddos.
Okay, so we'll kind of do a hybrid deal with Miss Kaler will be with us in Gatesville. And anybody else that needs to appear via Zoom, y'all need to get in touch with me and let me approve it first. But none of us, CASA, parents, CPS, we all have to appear in person. So let me go on. I haven't sworn everybody in, have I? I don't think so. I do that so many times. I could do it in my sleep. I forget when I do it. So, okay, everybody is going to testify. Raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, Miss Etter, Miss Flowers, excuse me. Y'all have been sworn. Y'all do not need to get another subpoena or anything else. I assume the tribe will get notice via certified mail, Miss Etter, so y'all be sure and accept that notification, please. But everybody's been sworn, and whoever, Miss Etter, I assume, are you going to participate in the trial the whole time, or what's your plan?
Yes, Your Honor, that is my intention.
Okay, so you'll be with us the whole day, and on July 2nd, and Miss Flowers, whoever subpoenaed Miss Flowers, y'all get with her and get a time that she could appear. I don't care if Miss Flowers needs to appear out of order; she could go first. I don't know. Mr. Sturmer, did you call her as a witness?
I was planning on calling Ms. Flowers and Ms. Etter as witnesses.
Okay. Well, you can call them out of order if you want to. I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
Just to give them a little bit better time estimate for when you need them. Just visit with them so they don't have to be on the whole time. Okay. Okay. Does anybody need anything else? Okay, well, all other orders previously entered in 53905 appear. And I told y'all yesterday on an email, we're going to have a 30-minute lunch. So everybody pack the brown bag, and that we're going to go until we get done, unless it gets to be really late, because I know everybody's probably off the next day for a long, maybe not, but we're going to go till we get done. And as I said, 30-minute lunch, everybody does need to appear. I mean, the only reason that unless I have a family emergency or a truck hits me or something, I'll be there. But if I'm not, we are going to have a visiting judge. So everybody get ready, and Miss Kaler will be there also. And we're going to start at 9:30. We're not going to set anything else. We have to set anything else, we'll do it the next day or the day before. But this is going to be the only thing said. We're going to begin promptly at 9:30. Okay. Okay, well, Ms. Flowers, Ms. Etter, parents, everybody, we look forward to seeing y'all there, and y'all can be excused. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Hold
Hold on, everybody. The lawyers and Costa are in the room talking.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am.
Okay, everybody's back. Mr. Donovan, do you need to speak to your client?
I don't believe so, but Mr. Stark, do you want to go into a breakout room and just speak really quick?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Stark, you'll get a button to go to a breakout room with your attorney, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Vicky, are you where Denise is by chance?
No, Denise is in Houston.
All right. I mean, I don't think we need her just on this discussion with Jana on that other case I was talking about. And Jana has the email from her, and I know her position, but I just wanted to see if she was if she was there, she could sign in, but that's okay.
But she could probably, she's not doing her visit just yet. She could probably sign in. You want me to send her a text?
If she could just sign in real quick, on the David case.
Okay, let me holler at her real quick and see if I can get her.
It's not until I know her position if she can't, but just in.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to leave her out.
Did you send me that other email that was
I
still on
did.
your phone? Okay.
Did you not get it?
Hold on, I'll look again.
Okay, it's one from Denise.
Okay. No, but I'd probably let me look. Let me look. You may have sent it to the other email. Yeah, I got it.
I'm sorry, did I do a different one?
No. It's okay. I mean,
Okay.
I check both of them all the time, so
Okay, Dory, she said that she can log on in just a second.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Stark didn't come back. Or did you not go, Mr. Donovan?
I told him exactly how to come back. He might have accidentally pushed the wrong button on his phone.
Okay, I'll wait and see if he comes back in the waiting room.
He is present now, Your Honor.
Okay. Anybody else need a breakout room? Everybody's good.
Oh, the caregiver, they should, start placement, okay.
They're here.
Thank you. And I sent you pictures.
Yeah, they're cute kids. Cute kids. I don't see Mr. Sterling. Okay.
He's Kirby today.
Yeah. Okay, cause number 5, Scott. Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Sturmer, you may begin.
Judge, I believe we have an agreement for the department to remain the temporary managing conservator of the children. It's my understanding that the mother is in a coma and has been for quite some time. So we got to figure out how we're going to get her served and whether she has a guardian. We were going to ask Mr. Starks if he knows anything. I don't want to ask him any questions other than the guardianship stuff. I know that there's probably some criminal issues that he's going to be facing. So if Nathan's okay with us just asking him some questions about that, that's all I really need to get today.
Yeah, you guys can ask him questions about if there is a guardian appointed or if he knows anything about a guardianship.
Okay. Mr. Starks, can you hear me?
You're on
Mr.
mute.
Starks, you need to unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay,
Mr. Starks, the mother of the children is in a coma, is that correct?
correct.
And do you know if she has a guardian appointed for her?
Well, she had one, her mother, which died 2 years ago.
And so you're not aware if another guardian has been appointed since then?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Guess that's all I got.
Mr. Donovan, do you care if I ask Mr. Starks some questions about the mom?
Not off the top of my head. So.
Okay. Well, Mr. Starks, don't answer my question until it gives your lawyer time to see if he wants to object. I don't think I'm going to ask anything objectionable, but if he don't just immediately start. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you and, excuse me, the mom, Miss Jones, are y'all still married? Or are y'all, or were y'all ever married?
So,
Excuse me?
oh, I was just telling him to go ahead.
Okay,
No, ma'am, we was never married
okay. Why is she in a coma?
because when she had our last child, she had a lot of complications and she went into a coma, and November the 12th of this year will be 10 years.
Wow. I mean, like, she's totally doesn't talk, doesn't do anything.
Yes, ma'am. She had only like 2% of her brains that works.
Oh my.
And
Go on.
for the last 7 or 8 years, she was diagnosed with lock syndrome, so she can't do anything for herself.
What kind of syndrome, sir? I didn't understand you.
Lock syndrome.
Lock?
Yes, that's where your limbs attached together.
Like ligaments get stiff and
Yes, and
Okay.
they think
I guess from
they
lack of use.
yeah.
yes,
Wow. So she has a feeding tube and all that kind of stuff, right?
yes, ma'am, a trait and all.
Okay. Do you know if she gets money from Social Security? I mean, do you know anything about, who could be her payee? You know anything about that?
I'm not for sure at this moment, but once upon a time she was, but I don't know if she still is.
Okay. Do you have the name and number of anybody at the facility where she's at that we could get from you?
I don't have the number, but the name of the facility is the Healy Center.
Right. Do you know anybody?
And
I'm sorry, go on, sir.
it's in Riviera, Florida.
Do you know the name of anybody that works there or anybody that takes care of her there?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know anybody on your family or her family that would have any of this sort of information?
No, ma'am.
Okay. She have any siblings?
Yes, ma'am, she does. That I don't really know their names. I just know their nicknames. I don't know their biological names.
Do you have a phone number for any family members, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do any side of the family keep up with the kiddos?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody in your family keep up with anybody from that side?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Well, we have to get her served. You have to get her served. I don't know if you've been served with the paper or not, but we have to get her served, or we have to try to contact somebody that's in charge of her, stuff like that. So if you hear anything or you got any information, be sure and let your lawyer know. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'll let my lawyer know if I get the information. Well, I can Google it and see can I get at least I know the name and I can Google it and see can I get the number for it.
Okay. Well, no, she has a lawyer. Her lawyer can do that. Don't worry about that, sir.
Okay.
You're
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else have any questions along those lines with Mr. Starks? No. Okay. Thank you.
Your Honor, if I may add, the mother's sister, I do not have her information with me right now, but I can send it to her attorney by the end of the day. Her sister contacted the department earlier this week. She is the mother's power of attorney. So I will pass her information along for her attorney to get in contact with.
That would be perfect. Why don't you just send a group email, because I think the state's probably going to need that information too.
Yes, ma'am. I sure will.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank y'all. Anybody have any more information? Any more questions? No. Okay. So, Mr. Sherman, y'all have agreed to TMC? Is that correct?
Well, I can't exactly agree, but
Oh. Okay. Well, I don't think that. I don't think we're going to need to have a hearing on behalf of your client, Ms. Gustafson.
yes, I just wanted to be sure and say I couldn't agree.
Okay.
So
I understand. Okay. Mr. Starks, your lawyer's going to send you a form. It's called the application for court-appointed attorney. Have you filled that out yet? No.
No, ma'am.
Okay. I need you to fill that out within a week and send it back to me because I already sent it to your lawyer because I need to know that you're eligible for a court-appointed attorney. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And if I don't have that back from you in a week, I don't know that you're entitled to one, so I'm gonna have to release your lawyer. So be sure and get it back as soon as you get it signed. Okay.
I have a question, Your Honor.
Hold on. You got to be careful, very, very careful.
It's about the papers.
Okay, Mr. Donovan, do you want him to ask that question?
Well, I can ask my lawyer.
Okay.
I can call and
probably
talk
a
to
better
him.
idea.
Why don't you call us after this hearing and we'll answer your questions, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, does anybody else have any problems with us going forward today with the temporary managing conservatorship? No? Okay. Mr. Sherman, what else do y'all need?
I don't think we need anything else this time.
We'd like to, the department would like to request the children an order for a hair follicle test on all 3 of the children.
Okay. Where are the children placed?
They're with Victor Ken, they're on.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hold on just a second. I gotta look at some dates.
And I think the department's taking care of they need a bunk bed with mattresses, and the department is going to kindly check and get all that taken care of.
Yes, we've made that request.
Do y'all have a Sleep in Heavenly Peace in Coryell County? They make bunk beds. They make beds for kids. It's super cool. Okay.
And if we can get, counseling and all that good, I guess they'll have their cans and then we'll go from there on.
Okay.
For the kids. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Gustafson, do you need, I can't talk this morning. Do you need anything?
Just that information that the department mentioned. And I will also follow up with trying to contact the facility and see what information they have.
Yeah, I guess they probably need the order showing you're appointed, but I'm sure she's got a representative payee I don't know how,
Something, and that sister is, if she's the power of attorney, that would have had to been signed over 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, thank you. Mr. Donovan, y'all need anything?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Casa? Miss Israel, is this you today?
Yeah, just me today. I'm working on getting an advocate assigned to the case, but I did see the kids. They're doing good. They need some things. Department's going to take care of the beds. I'm going to go out to Garden Hope and see if I can't get some clothes, and they need some plastic dressers to put their things in, and just basic stuff. So I'm going to go see what I can drum up this afternoon.
Okay.
But they're doing good. They've already had their CACs, and I think they're just pending the referral for therapies. So, but they were really good. They were happy.
Great. Okay. Thank you. Are they in the same school district area? I know we're not in schools right now, but
they are not in this. They're not in the same school district area that they were in. But Treasure's going to continue to go to Coppers Cove High School, and then the 2 boys will probably have to go to a different school. But one of them's going to summer school, and he's doing well. So, and I don't know, maybe that they're actually with their niece. Seems kind of funny, but she might be willing to transport them just to keep them in the same school if that is something we need to do or want to do.
Okay.
One thing about Cove, it's small.
We got a couple of months, so that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Miss Mystic, what do you need?
Other than what I've requested, good, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well, I am going to name the department the temporary managing conservator of the children. Mr. Starks, if the kids need some clothes or some spending money, something like that, I'm going to order you to provide whatever is requested by the placement, the department, or either any of the items in lieu of child support right now. I already talked to you about your application for court-appointed attorney. Visits, if any, are as determined by CPS and the items. I'm going to order hair strand of Mr. Starks and all the kids to be as directed by the department, no later than 6/18/25. Mr. Starks, after today, there'll be a meeting called a family group conference. And at the family group conference, that's where some services are developed. And the services are things that you have to comply with to be able to get the kids home, and get CPS out of your life. I tell everybody at every hearing, you have to comply with your service plan, or your parental rights could be subject to termination. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Does everybody agree that all these hearings can be held via Zoom? Okay. Okay, our status hearing, Mr. Starks, that's our next hearing. It's where we go over your service plan and I make it a court order. That's on, let's see, August 20th. Okay, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Mystic, you want me to put no placement change without agreement?
Yes, please.
I don't think that's gonna be a problem, but.
No, but that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, anybody need anything else?
Not on this one.
Okay, if anybody's on Smeraldo, David, y'all stay next. And Mr. Starks, thank you for coming. Everybody that's not on Smeraldo, David, y'all can be excused. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank y'all. Are y'all ready?
I think Joanne was talking with her client, Judge.
Okay.
I think we have an agreement. I don't know if where Natalie is.
She's here. Her client.
No, I mean, as far as
I'm
agreement.
here. I still haven't spoken to my client yet, so. And he's
Oh,
not-
he didn't. I thought he was here. He wasn't here.
No.
Okay. So, well, I guess maybe we have an agreement on one side and not much info on the other.
Yeah, there's not. Yeah, I can't really do much until I find him.
Yeah, he sent another message. He says that he says he's trying to get into the Zoom, but he can't make it work. Was wanting to know if there was a different way to participate.
Could call.
Can you call?
Does Natalie have the number he's writing you on? Oh, go ahead, Joanne.
No, he's sending it through Messenger.
Okay, because the only number that I got for him, we've called and messaged multiple times and never received a response at all. So it might be a different number.
He's responding. Give me just a second. Hopefully he'll give us a phone number. Or can
Yeah, if you could get an updated phone number, that would be great.
We gave your number to the aunt because that was the only number that I had at first and then they were asking, well, what about my, nephew's attorney? And I was like, sorry, but here's her name and number so you can reach out to her because I had to reach out to the aunt to try to contact my client.
Are you talking about Robert, the father?
Yes.
I
don't know if she
Messenger,
has that
and I have another phone number if y'all want to try that one. That
okay. He said if we can give him a number, he can. Oh, he gave me his phone number.
Okay.
Okay, it's 254.
And my client has agreed to TMC and placement. And she, just so you know, FYI, she's been in the emergency room all night. She just got released, and so her face is very puffy. She had an allergic reaction to peanut butter, so she's not feeling great right now. But
that's okay.
And if someone, because she was having trouble trying to get back in on the leave room, so if there's a way to pull her back in and we can pull her back in because she may be having trouble because she said she saw the leave and then it disappeared.
Ms. Simpson, if you can just shut the breakout room that, excuse me, that Miss Maloney's in.
They're closed. She must have lost connection.
Okay. I guess she'll come back on. It's making a strange noise. Are y'all hearing it?
Sounds like water, Your Honor.
Yeah. I know. I was like,
Did you hear
is it my
that?
phone? Is it my TV? What is making all these noises? Yeah.
Sounds like somebody's sink is on or something.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
It's off. No. Came back.
Judge, what time did we schedule the talk with the kiddo this afternoon?
Whenever we get done.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Mom's not back in the waiting room. Miss Miguel, can you speak on her behalf? Yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to call the case. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Mr. Sturmer, you may begin, please.
Judge, it sounds like we have an agreement with the mother for the department to remain the temporary managing conservator of the child and for the placement to remain with the great aunt. Regarding the father, I would just like to offer the department's affidavit and ask that you go ahead and name the department the temporary managing conservator today. We're asking for visits to be supervised pursuant to the court's drug testing policy and for personal effects to be provided for the child.
Okay. Is that the other lawyers and Casa's understanding? With Ms. Bennett being understanding that her client's not here, of course. Okay. Somebody tell me if Ms. Boshears has the father on the phone. Y'all need to visit with him real quick.
Please, he's asking what all of this means. Can we have just a second?
Yes, ma'am. You just want to mute real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Miss Blissett, I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. Can you mute yourself? Let me see. I'm hearing some noise from you. Let me see if it's you. Okay. Might be your camera. Yay, it is. Okay, good. Okay, thank you.
It sounded like her fan was on.
Oh, I was hearing the keyboard too. Sound like fingernails on a keyboard.
Yeah.
Okay, Judge Mabray, we're back.
Okay.
Okay, so Robert or Mr. Ruiz is also in agreement with temporary managing conservatorship and does request that the child remain with Rose.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Is lawyers for the parents, is there any Native American heritage with Miss Mahoney or Mr. Ruiz?
No.
No. Okay. Miss Boshears?
Was she registered? Okay, he's saying that his mom is Cherokee Indian, that his mom is Cherokee Indian, but he doesn't think she was registered.
Is Miss Mahoney, is Mr. Ruiz on Antonio's birth certificate? Miss Mahoney?
He's on the birth certificate. Mr. Ruiz is saying he is on it.
Yeah. Okay. Have y'all ever gone to court anywhere before regarding Antonio? Child support, divorce, custody, anything?
He was saying that the only court hearings they've ever had is when there was CPS intervention before, where he was placement of their son.
Okay. How did that case end, Ms. Boshears?
How did that case end, Robert?
They gave me the temporary custody, put her against the protective order, and then I had to end up doing a 2-year protective order against her because she kept coming over and had problems with alcohol and drug trouble. But I mean, there was several occasions where CPS got me involved and had to end up like I said, at 4 months she was caught with methamphetamine on top of them.
How did it?
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let's answer that question real quick. He said that he ended up with possession of the child and there was a 2-year protective order placed against mom.
Okay, so is there a custody determination made in another county?
I got where it showed that I was supposed to have that she wasn't supposed to be around for 2 years.
That she's saying that it's out of Bell County. They lived in Temple for a while and the child lived with him before mom left to Houston. And so there's some type of order from Bell County, but he doesn't know where that paperwork is.
Okay.
Judge, sorry to interrupt, but if I'm not mistaken, maternal grandmother, I think, has that child. He's like 17 now, I think.
That didn't deal with Antonio?
Well, matter of fact, the CPS caseworker was a Naomi Benavides.
Naomi Benavides. He's saying that it is as to Antonio and that it all started with a CPS case with Naomi Benavides and ended in Bell County with him having the child and there was a protective order.
Okay, then how does mom have the child if he has the custody papers?
He said that, and if I can just speak freely, Judge, he said that mom left 3 years ago to Temple with a lady from a church. and left with a child from their residence in Temple. And she came back 6 months ago to Copperas Cove asking for money to be able to see Antonio. And then he heard about the case now from Vicky Israel.
Okay. That's a little confusing, but I'm sure we'll figure it all out. We have a little bit more time. Okay. Has anybody been ordered to pay child support? Miss San Miguel, do you know? Miss Mahoney, has anybody been ordered to pay child support?
Miss Mahoney, you're on mute. We can't hear you. I can see you're speaking, but we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. So on the time that there was a protective order, Robert also, he broke that. He invited me over several times.
Okay.
Multiple times.
I'm not listening to anybody talk about a protective order. Has anybody been ordered to pay child support?
Say that again.
Has anybody been ordered to pay child support for Antonio?
Robert is supposed to be giving me child support. We went to court about that. He's supposed to be paying me, and I have not seen nothing.
Okay, and where did y'all go to court about that?
In Temple.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay.
And Miss Mahoney, we can talk about the rest after court. I'll get the other details from you.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Shirley, do you need anything else? No. Ms. San Miguel, do you need anything else? No. Mr. Shirley, need anything else? No. Okay. Ms. Israel, what about cost?
We don't need anything. I think Dory had already hit on that the caregiver does need daycare.
Okay.
But I talked to the caregiver this morning. He's
Can I
doing
just
fine.
There's a bad echo. Can we get Miss Mahoney mute? And
Miss
Ruiz?
Okay, go
Thank
on.
you.
Ms.
Thank you.
Israel. CPS provide childcare. What else?
Just childcare, and then they were. She was also wanting to see about getting him some speech therapy. She says she feels like that his speech is a little delayed, but other than that, I think we're good.
And just psychological, emotional support therapy.
Oh, therapy, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Thank you. Miss Mystic, you sent me some cute pictures and a cute video with the drone. He's a cute, very cute little man. Yeah.
He's in a great home. He's doing well. And I'll just, whatever Miss Israel asked, Miss Ruiz just wanted all the therapies ordered and daycare. And then she had mentioned, which I find very comforting because she's the paternal aunt, Whitney getting help and going to rehab. And I think that'll be part of the services later. But, and she's nodding. So I think she agrees.
Okay.
Yes, she's told me, excuse
Go
me,
on.
Whitney told me that she was having a hard time finding a rehab that could take her. And I believe she said 42 weeks wait list or longer. So that's why I was asking.
Yeah, CPS, she'll have to have a thing called an OSAR evaluation and they'll help her with all that. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm going to name the department by agreement. Temporary managing conservator of cute little Antonio. Keep his placement with the great paternal great aunt. Visits for the parents are as agreed by CPS in the ad litems. Parents, y'all have court-appointed attorney applications, or I don't know if your attorneys have sent them to you or not, but you need to fill those out and get that information back to me. Your lawyer will send it to me within a week. That's the only way I know you're entitled to a court-appointed attorney. If I don't have that information, I don't know you are entitled to an attorney, and your attorney will be released until I have that information. So work with your lawyer on that one. Does everybody, lawyers and CASA, do y'all agree that the hearings can be held via Zoom?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
If there is a prior child support case in Bell County or anywhere else, I'm going to order that case transferred and consolidated herein. Parents, y'all are to provide personal effects for Antonio as requested by the placement, CPS, or the ad litems. That means if he needs lunch money or school picture money or school supplies, if they're gonna ask y'all to provide that, and y'all need to provide that. Effective 8/1/25, if any current child support is paid, then that is to be sent to the placement. Arrears, delinquency, that would go to Miss Mahoney, but current child support would go to Miss Rose. CPS is ordered to provide child care and to have Antonio evaluated by a speech therapist by 9/3/25, and he's also to be enrolled in therapy by CPS within the next 2 weeks. Our next hearing is called a status hearing, and between now and then, the department will meet with y'all at a meeting called a family group conference. And at the family group conference, that's where services will be developed, like rehab, like therapy, like speech therapy, all these things we've talked about today. And those are things that the parents have to comply with. And I tell everybody at every hearing, you have to comply with your service plan and your court orders, or your parental rights could be subject to termination. Okay? And all that stuff will be developed at the family group conference. And then we come back to court on 9/3/25, we go over your service plan, make it a court order, and I'm sure by then you had already started working on therapy and stuff like that. So keep up with your lawyers. Y'all are going to have a new caseworker. Who is that, Miss Ochoa?
Chandel Simmons.
Okay, Miss Simmons is going to be your new caseworker. Miss Mystic, any hair strands or anything needed on anybody?
Let's do that, just in case.
On who?
Antonio. And I think, did we get on Mom? No, Mom admitted in the affidavit, Judge, but let's check Antonio.
Okay. Hair strand on Antonio set up by CPS within 1 week.
Thank you.
Anybody need anything else? Miss Boshears?
Judge, as far as the child support's concerned, whatever Robert was supposed to pay, who do you want that? Like, do you want him to send that to Dory's office and she routes it, or he gives it straight to Aunt Rose?
It's probably going through if he pays any, and going through the AG's office.
Judge, real quick, I just looked at the Bell County civil case search, and the AG case that is on file was non-suited.
Okay, yeah, because Robert just said he was never ordered to pay child support.
Okay. Well, Miss San Miguel, if your client thinks he was ordered to pay child support, make sure she gets a copy of that order and provide it to everybody. Okay. Well, let's. So don't worry about that right now, Miss Boshears. We're just going to provide personal effects for right now. Okay. Everybody understand everything or have any questions? Ms. Boshears?
Just the last thing, does he send those to CPS or CASA to give to Aunt Rose, or does he give those to Rose at the next visit?
What was the first part of that?
As far as the personal effects and things for Antonio, does he give those to Rose if she's supervising, or does he need to bring those now to CPS?
However, Miss Simmons, he can work that out with Miss Simmons.
Okay.
Probably take him to the CPS office since everybody will kind of meet there for the visits at first. But talk to Miss Simmons about that. She's not on here today, but she'll be in touch with him pretty soon.
I just have one quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm planning on registering him for first grade. Should I go ahead and do that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Department might have to help you with that since they're the temporary managing conservator, but they'll work with you on that, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And on the daycare order, Chuck, I don't mind doing that. And Miss Ruiz, if you have to get them into daycare and pay out of pocket, Judge always orders you get reimbursed. Okay.
Right. I was just mostly wondering if y'all have a quick way to get him accepted. I live in Austin.
We'll talk.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Chandel's great. She can work magic. And Jeanette.
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, well, those are good questions. Anybody else? Okay, well, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Ms. Bashir, tell Mr. Ruiz, teach Mr. Ruiz how to do Zoom, okay? And I will see y'all on September 3rd. Court's always set at 9:30. Keep in touch with your lawyer and we'll get a better time because it's not going to be at 9:30. We'll get a better time like the week before, okay? Bye. Y'all are excused. Carter case is next. Thank you. All right, Ms. Mahoney, you're excused.
Judge, I'd like permission for you to be able to read some of the emails from Mr. Grove because they are hilarious. You've probably read some.
I think Judge is well aware of my position on out of control teenagers.
I am. Okay.
Oh, and the one about hugs. That's pretty good.
Ms. Carter, you need to show your face.
Judge, if it's okay with you, obviously, Mr. Carter is a nurse in the hospital. He may be called away from the hearing to deal with critical patients.
I understand. Okay, lawyers, y'all need to visit.
I just need to ask, is Michael on or?
Yeah,
okay, there he is. I thought so. So the child is on as well.
Okay. Okay. Lawyers, y'all need to go to a breakout room?
Yeah, if we could for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever.
Miss
That'd be
Simpson,
great.
if you can send everybody, please. Whoever is on iPhone, just let you in for the purposes of today because we're going to be very quick. From now on, if you need to come into the courtroom, you have to put your name or you will not be let in. That's my rules that have been in effect since Zoom began over 5 years ago. Mr. Hudler, were all those folks behind you sworn?
We were late getting in. We got to the very end of it.
Okay, everybody in Mr. Hudler's office, do you swear or affirm? Raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, this hearing is going to be extended until Wednesday, July 23rd at 9 o'clock because of the time restraints the court has with 5 other new cases also today. So it's been a busy last 2 weeks. That hadn't happened in, I don't even remember how long this has happened. And it's all first appearances on all 6 new cases. That being said, we checked courtroom availability in Johnson City on the 23rd, and there is no courtroom availability. So if we want to have the hearing, then we have to have it via Zoom. And the attorneys in CASA have agreed that the hearing will be held via Zoom. So we'll be like we are today. Mr. Hudler has a witness that he's going to take out of order due to the witness availability. Is that correct, Mr. Hudler?
That's correct. So I'm going to ask all of you but Leah to go ahead and step out. I'm going to invoke the rule, Judge.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So anybody that's not a party, or Mr. Hudler, who's the witness you want to call right now?
Her name is Dr. Stephanie Reynolds.
I see.
R-E-I. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody else, it's Mr. Hudler, get your people back in here, those witnesses.
Come on back in, guys.
Judge, I'm so sorry. I missed who Ernest Jones is.
We'll go through the witness in just a minute.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, y'all, the witness, the rule has been invoked. That means that you will not be let into the courtroom except unless you're a party, which means mom and dad or CPS or CASA. That means that you will have to sit in the waiting room or in, wherever. You just won't be here. It also means that you're not to discuss this testimony with anybody other than the attorneys between now and the time the hearing is complete, which will be on July 23rd. So the only people you can talk to about this is the lawyers. That means mom and dad, y'all can't discuss this with anybody else other than the attorneys. Okay? You can't watch it on YouTube. You can't watch it on Zoom. You can't watch it anywhere. It's like you're sitting out in the hall at the courthouse. everybody understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me go through who everybody is. Mr. Hudler, who you have, Ms. Billings with you. Who else do you have with you, sir?
Leah Billings, I have Michael Billings, I have Ricky Guthrie, I have Michael Connor, and I have Gaynell Connor. On the end there.
That's Ms. Billings' husband and her parents.
That's husband, friend, neighbor, and landlord neighbor.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then on the Zoom call, I believe we have Ernest Jones, who's a preacher.
Okay. Okay. And also Brittany Danaher, she's with CBS, correct? CPS?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Kara Hobson, you're the investigator, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Morgan Millway, she's a CPS supervisor. She will not be testifying. Candace Hollingsworth, she's a legal liaison. She will not be testifying. Amy Brown, I guess you're Miss Donaher's supervisor.
Not supervisor, mentor. Yes, ma'am.
Mentor, you will not be testifying. Miss Celia Doyle is the county clerk, district clerk. Maria Henry is with kinship. She will not be testifying. Diana Gross is CASA program director. She will not be testifying. The only people from CASA that could possibly be testifying is Miss Kristen and Julie Gilson. Oh, and Miss Rusty Baker, she is the investigation supervisor. And Miss Ruby Amthor, you're not testifying either, correct? You just set up the family team meetings, family group conferences, correct? Okay, so that's everybody. Mom and dad, Scott Jones is the father. Okay, so everybody that is a witness, y'all need to be excused. And Mr. Ernest Jones, I'm going to put, Mr. Jones, I'm just going to release you because we're not going to get to you today anyway. He's gone.
Okay. So,
okay. And Mr. Hudler, the folks in your office other than mom are gone too, correct?
yes. Your Honor, how much time do I have? I know you were talking about 12:15 and now it's.
We can go until 12:30.
Okay.
But that's going to have to mean cross too. Because I have to take some type of break between 1 o'clock resets.
Okay.
So, okay, go on, Mr. Hudler.
All right, we would call Dr. Renaud.
Okay, she's been sworn.
Dr. Renaud?
I'm right here. It's Reinold.
Reinold, okay. Will you state your full name for the record?
Stephanie Reinold.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a board certified psychiatrist.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been since 2017.
Okay, and where do you practice?
In Dripping Springs, Texas.
Since when?
Here in Dripping Springs?
Yes.
Since 2019.
Okay, and when did you first meet Leah Billings?
On June 23rd, 2025.
And what was the purpose of your encounter with her?
It was a planned initial psychiatric evaluation.
And did she present to your office in person?
Yes.
And did you all go over some things?
Yes. We
Did
met
you review
for a little over an hour.
Did you review medical records?
At that time, I reviewed her history and the intake forms that she filled out for me. She had since shared further medical records after that appointment with me.
Can you describe, we're kind of on a time crunch, and thanks for being available by Zoom today, ma'am. Can you describe her condition and what you observed and what you concluded?
When I first saw her, she presented a little anxious. She was otherwise very calm, could answer questions. She was very linear in her thought patterns. At the time, it was a very standard routine psychiatric evaluation. She did share an episode that had happened about a month prior to when I saw her, and hospitalization and some workup. She also shared about some ongoing hormonal issues, some other pertinent medical history. A year ago, she had a miscarriage. She has continued having some ongoing gynecological problems from that. We discussed, I practice from a very integrative health perspective. So I do quite a usually quite extensive lab work. So we discussed some lab work that we would order to just make sure we're not missing something medically from the psychiatric perspective. We also discussed a couple different medication options, which she was very open to. Anything that would make her feel better, from supplements to medications, anything that I recommended, she was very open to. So she did start taking some medication at that point in time. I saw her for a follow-up last week, in which we went over some of her lab work, which was very abnormal, actually. So, we discussed kind of what we would do to treat some of the abnormal lab values. In addition to some additional medication that I prescribed, neither of which actually are true psychiatric medications. One is a hormone that I put her on to help kind of balance her hormones. Another is actually a blood pressure medication to help manage her blood pressure, which we use often in psychiatry to help with either anxiety or some other conditions that can kind of elevate your blood pressure also.
And Miss Billings is about 42 years of age, correct?
Yes.
And is it uncommon for a lady of that age to have hormonal imbalances?
It's very common. In fact, usually I'm the first to see a lot of hormonal issues because menopause and perimenopause often starts with mental health symptoms. And so it's why years ago I started ordering more extensive lab work on patients around that age.
Is it fair to say that Miss Billings' condition was the result of some physical problems and hormonal imbalances?
I think it's absolutely a very strong contributing factor. I think, right now we're still in a very early window treating some of these things, but I would probably anticipate not really requiring a lot of psychiatric medication, because I think most of her symptoms is due to some of these abnormal lab values and some of her medical problems still ongoing.
And she's pre-diabetic?
That was also a concerning factor with some of her labs as well.
Okay. And as you sit here today, do you have an opinion of whether she has deeply rooted mental health issues, as has been alleged here, like psychiatric problems?
I don't think she absolutely doesn't have schizophrenia. I can't say for certain on every single specific diagnosis, but I know for sure there's no chronic nature chronic psychiatric issues you often see present very early, usually sometimes even in your teens, sometimes in your 20s. And you see typically without treatment them get worse and a very prognosis over time. That's not the history that Miss Billings has. She's been off medications most of her life. And you would anticipate with that clinical history that someone would be much more unstable. She's otherwise held down jobs, taking care of her children, so it doesn't fit. Not only that, but she just doesn't have the symptoms for those kind of diagnoses either.
Have you found it common for a father in a custody fight to claim without any kind of medical basis that there's severe mental problems for the mother to try to gain an advantage in the lawsuit?
Well, it's not my first rodeo. I've seen these situations play out. Sometimes the patient is the child. Sometimes my patient is one of the parents. And often these situations can be very ugly, where there's a lot of things alluded to that doesn't really have bearing when you actually look at it medically.
Has Miss Billings reached out to you, correct?
Correct.
And you understand she doesn't have a lot of money?
Correct.
And you've worked with her?
Correct.
Correct. And you've also, there are some other folks helping her out to where your services can be provided.
Correct.
Okay. And has she been cooperative?
Yes.
Does she seem like she loves her children?
Yes.
Does she seem like a good mother to you?
I think so. I think that's outside of the scope of, but she's talks about her children very lovingly. She talks openly about her kids. The whole reason she was seeking help in the first place is to be better for her children.
Have you noticed an improvement since you first saw her in June?
Yes, in a short period. Yes.
Based upon some medications and things that you've prescribed?
Yes.
And does she take them faithfully?
Yes.
Does she exhibit the desire to get this physical health problem behind her?
Yes.
Okay. And do you believe she's stable at this time?
Yes.
Hormones at that age are always, sometimes go up and down or can be problematic, correct?
Yeah, I mean, in an outpatient setting, it's pretty rare to see a patient unstable. If they were unstable, I would be recommending them at a higher level of care. So to your question, affirmatively, she's stable enough to be outpatient that I have no problem letting her leave my office and go home and take care of her children, take care of her livelihood. I also work with, she's not in optimal mental health, but quite frankly, 90% of the population probably isn't either. She does have some ongoing issues that we are actively treating, that she's very open and agreeable to that treatment.
Have you ever seen CPS cause mental health problems or emotional problems to the most sane person you've seen?
Objection, Your Honor. Not relevant to this.
I'll withdraw that one. Doctor? Where'd she go? Oh, there you are. How many times have you seen Miss Billings total?
Twice.
Twice. Okay. And you said you recently did, or those labs were done recently, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you've implemented a plan to help her get through this, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And did you review any ER records?
She did share some. I haven't looked through everything yet, but I did see specifically a toxicology screen that was negative. That was of importance for me because I wanted to know.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay, the doctor is testifying to facts in a medical record which have not been properly proffered to the court.
Judge, she's reviewed the records. She's a doctor. That's part of the things that she reviews. I can lay a predicate if you would like.
Well, based on time, I'll let her be overruled.
Okay, go ahead and answer that again.
I heard about the toxicology. It was negative. Let's keep going after that.
Okay, and you did independent blood tests yourself, correct?
I didn't repeat a toxicology screen because I wasn't worried about substance use for this patient.
And you are trained to observe people who might be abusing. You're trained to identify in your observations folks that are possibly abusing substances, correct?
Yes, I was not concerned from her initial evaluation or follow-up that she was using any active substances.
So if someone would say that, would tell you a licensed psychiatrist, physician who's treated Ms. Billings, that she has severe psychological issues, what would you tell them?
I think she has endured a lot of trauma in her life, and I think a lot of stress exacerbated by a lot of acute medical problems that we are treating. But I think none of those things make her unstable or unfit as a mother.
Okay, well, I'd like to reserve, Your Honor. I know we're time crunched, but I'd like to reserve being able to call this witness to the next hearing if possible.
Okay, that's fine. Ms. Early, any questions or Dr. Renaud?
Yes. Dr. Renaud, have you been made aware of the allegations in this case?
Yes, she shared upfront about those allegations.
And Ms. Renaud, you're not saying that you can testify about whether those allegations are true or not, can you?
I didn't see those with my own eyes.
Okay.
It's Dr. Reinaud.
Sorry.
Anything else, Ms. Early? No?
I'll pass the witness. No.
Ms. Lang?
Yes, Your Honor. Dr. Reynolds, I'm going to try not to mess up your name. Say thank you for your patience. I'm Becky Lang. I represent Mr. Scott Jones, the father of the children in this matter. So you testified earlier, you saw Ms. Billings on June the 23rd, and you're aware that CPS became involved on June 1st, correct? Were you aware of that?
I was aware that CPS had been involved, yes.
Did you actually read the CPS document, the affidavit of removal, or the affidavit with the allegations? Have you seen that with your own eyes?
No.
Objection, relevance, Judge.
Overruled. Thank you.
So, Dr. Reynolds, I know you shared that Ms. Billings shared with you about the CPS case. Did she tell you that the allegation was that she had choked Eomi, or she calls her Gracie? She's actually renamed this child. Gracie's not part of Eomi's name at all, but Eomi is the little girl. Did she tell you that that was part of the concern?
Objection, Your Honor. That's a mischaracterization of the affidavit.
That's the allegation on page 2, Your Honor.
Overruled. Overruled. Go on.
Thank you, Judge. Did she share that with you?
She shared that she put her hands on her daughter, yes.
And also that Mr. Michael Billings had said that he had to pull Mrs. Billings off of EOMI. Did you know that?
I'm not sure I understood every play-by-play of that situation, but she was forthcoming that she put her hands on her daughter.
So in the course of meeting with her, you've never really met with Michael, right? Her husband.
Yes, he was in the entire first session with us.
Okay. So he was present during the time of them sharing the history, or having her share her history with you. Is that what happens that first session?
Yes.
And so you said you have the history. Was it all simply on her personal reflection and her report that you got the history?
That is typically how a psychiatric evaluation is done. Yes.
You also shared that you did receive some other documents at a later time and support. It sounds like you got that ER report or the emergency room documents. Did you get any records from her previous hospitalizations, those facilities she had been hospitalized in before?
Not yet. It's been relatively short period of time since I've seen her.
But she did give you the information so you could request it and get a full battery of an understanding of the chronicity or lack thereof of her mental illness?
Yes, she's been open.
Okay. And to the point where she was even hospitalized in her youth. She shared that with you as well?
Yes.
Okay. And it sounds like she did share the history of childhood trauma and abusive upbringing, being raised by a single father. Is that right?
She did share a lot about her childhood. Yes.
Did she share that her mother suffers from mental illness?
Objection, relevance.
I'm just asking. Part of her history.
Overruled.
You can answer. You can answer.
She shared her psychiatric history with me. Yes.
But did she share her familial psychiatric history, her family history?
Yes, ma'am. That is a very standard part of my psychiatric evaluation. That's on every intake, and she was very forthcoming with all of that information.
Okay. Did she share with you her experiencing during pregnancies kind of a floating, dozing off, lack of consciousness, an effect on her medical well-being, if you will, during her pregnancy? Did she talk to you about the physiological changes she had?
Objection, relevance, Judge. She's not pregnant.
Overruled. Door was open.
You can answer.
That was such a remote history that was not pertinent to me presently.
Did she share with you the reason they moved from California back to Texas was because she was suffering from her mental situation was such that the family at the time felt like it was in her best interest to get support from her family. That was the reason they moved back to Texas a few years ago. Did she share that with you?
She shared that she needed some more support from her family. And honestly, that made a lot of sense to me. That was not abnormal information.
Right. And the support she needed was because of.
With all due respect, you're asking if I did my job as a psychiatrist. Everything you're saying is a part of a very typical standard initial evaluation.
Absolutely. And I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just for our record because we all don't know what you do all the time. So we have to put it in the court's record. So please understand, I'm not trying to put you on, and I apologize if that's the tone that you're hearing. I'm just trying to get the facts into the court record, and I'll be sensitive to what you're hearing and try to work with you at that level.
And I don't know anything. So
right.
Other than the affidavit, and that's not always exactly. Go on, Ms. Lang.
Not a problem, Judge. So should she share with you that she has 4 children total?
Yes.
And that there's an older child named Porter, and that she actually sent him to live with his dad in 2022. Was that part of the history you got?
Yes.
And that she sent the child to live with the dad. Were you aware of that?
Yes, she had shared there was some issues with the other children in the home and it was causing other safety issues. I actually commended her that it was a very difficult decision. I think she was trying to do what was best for all of her children at the time.
And then 2 years later, she sent another child named Xander, who's 14 years old now, to live with dad. Were you aware of that?
Objection, that's assuming facts not into evidence, Judge.
I think that's all part of the history that could be testified to if the mother provided that information to get the room.
So you are aware that now she has 2 of the older boys are living with dad, and then the 2 little ones are living with her, correct?
Yes.
Is that your understanding? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, and did she share that history of using a lot of herbal interventions, non-pharmaceutical, if you will, in her early years, trying to manage her mental health concerns?
She did mention that she focuses on a lot of supplements and natural treatment for some of her, both medical complaints and psychiatric complaints over the years.
And that sounds like it's pretty consistent with your approach as well. It seems like it marries up pretty well. Is that fair to say?
I am a mainstream medical doctor, but I provide options for patients who I meet them where they're at with their treatment plan. So I don't only prescribe herbals, I prescribe pharmaceutical medications, which she's actually on right now. So
Can you provide the name of the meds, please?
I can, the medication she's currently taking, she is on progesterone, a bioidentical hormone. She is on Prazosin, which is a medication that helps with sleep and helps with trauma. And I also gave her a medication called hydroxyzine that helps with some anxiety and sleep. None of these medications are controlled substances. None of these medications actually affect neurotransmitters either.
So at this point in time, can you describe the treatment plan as you move forward? So you're going to be monitoring your medications. And did she share with you that, she wasn't of her right mind at this point in time? She needed some help?
I'm not sure what question you're asking. At the time when I first saw her, or?
Let's just talk about your treatment plan. What do you anticipate happening over the course of the next period of time?
When I saw her lab values, the two biggest concerns among several abnormal labs was an extremely high estrogen level. That absolutely needs to be worked up. Frankly, she probably really needs a workup with her gynecologist, but it sounds like she was not given very good care from her gynecologist. It sounds very limited. So it's why I had ordered the labs to begin with. I anticipate estrogen affecting quite a bit of her symptoms. In addition, her blood glucose levels were abnormal as well. And so we have a treatment plan trying to get her blood glucose levels under control, in addition to trying to get her estrogen levels back in balance. Those are two very significant symptoms that can affect your mood and your sleep and how you function in the world. I trained when I was at George Washington University. I trained in a perinatal mental health unit. And I can tell you the vast majority of even postpartum psychosis, which Ms. Billings does not have, hear me clearly, but I can tell you even to the point of a detachment of reality, it is almost 100% because of hormones. So her estrogen levels that are astronomically high is a huge contributing factor to her mental health right now. So those two things, in addition to some other vitamin and mineral levels that are lower, her iron is a little low. I don't have her labs directly in front of me, but I believe her vitamin D was low. And there were some other things that were also off. At this point in time, it doesn't make any sense to treat with psychiatric medications when there's a lot of abnormal lab levels that we need to get under control first. So the first primary concern is helping her overall stress level get lower, which is what the Prazosin is for. Hydroxyzine to help with sleep or anxiety if she needs it. To my knowledge, she doesn't even need that medication right now. And the progesterone to help balance some of her estrogen. As far as her blood glucose, a lot of those things are lifestyle factors, and she doesn't warrant medication at this time. The next follow-up was to recheck some of these lab values and to actually reassess for things. But in the time that I saw her, only less than 2 weeks apart, she was already so much better because she was sleeping. When you're not sleeping, that can also not make you function very well. So she's sleeping much better now. Her hormones are hopefully starting to rebalance and recalibrate. A lot of that is the acute treatment plan for her.
What about interventions to address her trauma history?
We discussed that. A lot of that is supportive therapy in nature. A lot of it is, there's different ways to support with trauma. Sometimes it's through traditional therapy. Sometimes it's through more spiritual support. I think everyone kind of has their own ways of dealing with that.
So you don't you don't order that, make a recommendation, do a referral. That's not part of your treatment plan?
I do.
Okay.
I will handle that in sessions with her when we discuss her trauma and, providing supportive therapy, helping work through some of these things.
Ms. Lang, you have 1 more minute.
Okay, I just have one last quick question. So when you met her back on June 23rd, and now that you're aware this original affidavit was June 1st, would it have been out of character if she would have told her husband, based on how anxious she was, told Mr. Scott, not her current husband, Scott Jones, that she wasn't in her right mind, that that's what she was feeling. I'm not in my right mind. Would that have been expected based on what you saw when knowing that she had been going through some issues before she showed up with you on the 23rd?
Are you saying she said that in an affidavit? She's never used that language with me. So I don't know why you're using that. I don't know if that's in something I haven't seen. Not being in your right mind is very indicative of someone who has schizophrenia or psychosis, which is absolutely not my diagnosis for Miss Billings. So not being in your right mind is actually very offensive for a patient. I think she maybe wasn't her best self. She wasn't showing up in her best way, and she wasn't getting a lot of sleep. Any number of those things, on top of she was having ongoing bleeding vaginally from her medical issues. She was having ongoing hormonal issues. Now knowing she's had some ongoing medical stuff going on as well. So she never voiced she was not in her right mind to me. So no, I would never have expected her to use that kind of language with her husband. I think anyone who's married to a husband, you can ask for some help, you can ask for some support, but sometimes we don't use the right words, even when we are our best self. So I'm not sure she could have done anything different.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Randall. That's all I have, Judge. I'll pass the witness.
Ms. Harris, any questions?
Doctor, so I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm trying to make sure that I'm understanding what you're trying to get across. Is it your testimony that the hormone irregularities and the lack of sleep are if the allegations of abuse are found to be true, were those caused by a hormone imbalance and lack of sleep?
I think they can, yes.
They can. What is your opinion in this instance?
Well, I didn't see her on June 1st. I mean, I can't make a retroactive assessment that in that exact moment, that's exactly what was going on in her brain. I have no clue. I can tell you what I saw June 23rd, and I can tell you what subsequent lab work has communicated to us as well. And I can tell you that that lab work does make your mental health much worse, and that we see a significant amount of behavioral issues in children and adults from abnormal hormones.
And can abnormal hormones override an adult's knowledge that abusing children is not okay?
I'm not sure what you're asking me. I think you're asking outside of my scope as Miss Billings psychiatrist.
Okay, I'll pass the witness, Judge.
Mr. Hunter?
Doctor, you said the term right mind, is that used loosely with patients sometimes? Is that what I heard you say? It's kind of a loose term that doesn't really mean anything?
I don't ever hear patients speak that way. It sounds like that's court language or other language. I never speak that way about patients. Patients don't use that language with me. Okay. Patients often will say they don't feel like their best self, or, I don't hear that language spoken very often.
But certainly someone could say they're not in their right mind, and it doesn't mean medically, as I understood your testimony, it doesn't mean medically that they're really not in their right mind. Might be a little off because of the reasons that you testified to. A hormonal imbalance.
Someone might say that language and not really know what they're saying. I mean,
exactly.
They might say that and just, it's kind of like saying, I'm so OCD today, or I'm so manic. People don't know what they're saying. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean there's a diagnostic indicator of that. It just means that's how someone internally is feeling. And I think if your hormones are off and your blood sugar is out the roof and you're not sleeping well, yeah, you are probably not in your right mind. You probably feel that, I'm saying.
So if I were to say, gosh, doctor, I really don't feel like I'm in my right mind about what's going on in this case about CPS's conduct, would you expect CPS to come take my minor child from me based on that comment?
Well, no, that's not a diagnosis. I mean, it's not a professional speaking. I mean, it would require me to come in and say, you're not in your right mind to take care of somebody. And I'm not saying that.
And and Leah Billings is in her right mind, as far as you can tell.
From my assessment of her, yes.
Yeah. Thank you. And I'd still like to reserve in case we have some more time.
That's fine. Anybody else? Okay. Dr. Reynolds, I have just 3 or 4 quick questions. When did Miss Billings set the June 23, 25 appointment with you? Do you know?
I can pull that up. June 16th.
Okay. The hydroxine, is that also the med that you prescribe for her blood pressure also?
No, hydroxyzine is sometimes used for allergies, or it's an antihistamine. It's actually a very mild medication. Prazosin it can lower your blood pressure, but it's not a very good blood pressure medicine.
That's the one that you prescribe for her sleep, correct?
For sleep and for trauma.
Okay. What is the frequency set up for you and Miss Billings to meet, to have appointments?
I usually see patients monthly, sometimes more frequent if we're working on something, or sometimes less frequent if they're more stable.
Okay. So you'd say monthly with her?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Hudler, I don't know if you heard, we asked you, you heard it because he was asking you questions about mom not having a lot of money and stuff. Or does she have insurance that is paying for your care, or private pay?
Private pay, but I don't accept insurance.
Okay. Okay, that's all my questions. Anybody else?
Yes, Judge, I have a couple of questions, just as a follow-up from yours. Actually, just one question. Ms. Reinold, as far as the hydroxyzine, if you could tell me again, just to make sure I, didn't miss it, what is the purpose of that medicine for Ms. Billings?
For her, it was to help with sleep and any acute anxiety, but to my knowledge, she never took the medicine. She did fill it, but she hasn't needed it, which is a good thing because it's really only an as-needed medication.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, Dr. Reynolds, thank you. You can be excused.
Thank you.
Subject to what Mr. Hudler said, but I'm sure he'll be in touch with you if need be. Okay, thank you, doctor. Okay, everybody else excused. I will see y'all at 9 o'clock on Wednesday, the 23rd. Remember the warnings that I gave y'all about visiting with anybody other than the attorneys, and the emergency orders are extended. So we'll be in recess until 1 o'clock. Ms. Hill, who's going to be assigned to this case?
This case will be transferred to Family-Based Safety Services. The worker hasn't been assigned yet.
Okay, thank you. Okay, parents, I met and, excuse me, Michael, I met with the lawyers and in a breakout room, and it's my understanding that Michael, I'm gonna do some orders, and parents, y'all are ordered to comply with my orders. Okay. First, I'm going to order that. It's my understanding that Michael's going to some like a day hab or an aftercare and outpatient sort of deal with Cedar Crest. Is that correct, Michael?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I think you're liking it pretty good, right?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Okay, good. You go every day?
Yeah, I go every day.
Monday through Friday.
Yeah, I figured you don't go on the weekends. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long do you go during the day?
It's from it's 8 to 3.
Oh, so like school, huh?
Yeah, school hours.
Okay. Well, I'm going to order you to continue to go to that. Okay. Okay. And if you continue all those classes, I'm going to order that therapy is to continue, and CPS will, and basically follow their recommendations. Hold on. And if that needs family therapy or individual therapy, everybody has to comply with that. Michael, it's my understanding that you have some criminal cases pending. I'm going to order that you comply with all the terms of your criminal cases because you're out on bond on those. You need to go to school or you need to complete your GED. So I'm going to order you to complete your GED. That's really, really important to me. Schooling is one of my big, huge things. And the department will help you set that up. Parents,
gonna help.
Excuse me, sir.
My bad, I didn't mean to interrupt. But so somebody's gonna help me get into some kind of program to get my GED, right?
Yes, sir. They'll help you, and they'll help you find the classes and stuff.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And I'm just adding it so it'll be specific. CPS is set up above services, so they'll do that, but I'm going to make sure everybody understands that. Parents are to comply with Michael's therapist recommendations, etc. Michael, I know you're going to get mad at me, but I'm the judge, and that's why I'm the judge. You're underage. You're not supposed to drink. You're not supposed to consume any illegal substances. And I don't want to have anybody to provide any people in this case to provide those to you. You're still, even though you're 17 and a half, you're an adult for criminal purposes, but you're still a child under my court because I have family court and under the family code. So you're to comply with your mom's rules, and that, just living under her roof, and that includes a curfew. Dad, if Michael needs like a bathing suit, sorry, we're going to have a recording because there's a bunch of flooding going on where I live. Hold on. Let me let this go through the phone thing.
Is that a home telephone, Judge?
Be quiet. I'm old.
It was a fake ring, like a home phone on her cell.
That sounded straight out of the mid '80s, there, Judge.
Yeah.
Actually, that was 1980 calling it once it's.
You know why I have that? Because I turn my phone off at night, and I live on the lake. And if I have a flood, I hear the home phone, but I don't hear my cell phone.
Oh.
So it keeps me from floating down the river.
That makes sense.
So it's going off again. Yes. And you can hear it all over the house. And these alerts are the only thing that even calls that phone. And they're opening dams at Lake Buchanan, and that never, ever, ever happens.
Yeah. Wow.
Hold on.
You know, Marcus, I've been checking on Marcus up in San Saba, him and Russ and people up there. And sweet little Marcus, he texted me last night and he's like, "Are y'all okay down there?" But yeah, we're all having to call and check on each other.
Yep. Well, Chuck, they evacuated that little apartment complex in Lampasas, didn't they? That little pecan.
Yeah, that's right next to the Spring Hill office.
Yeah, my daughter lives there. She's in Kansas right now, but she lives in those little apartments on the first floor. And I'm like,
that was bad.
Send somebody to check your kitty cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have friends that live on the river, and 23 of their 25 acres were in the floodplain. And 23 of their 25 acres were flooded yesterday.
Flooded.
Right up to the house.
It's just awful. It's just awful.
Okay, the old person's phone is off, so we're good. Okay. Now you got me all flabbergasted, and I can't remember where I was. Okay. Mr. Carter, if Michael needs a bathing suit or, pair of tennis shoes, basketball shoes or something like that, Mr. Carter is provide for the child's needs. Let's see, Miss Carter, Miss McClure sent you a court-appointed application for attorney. I can't talk today. Application for court-appointed attorney. I need you to fill that out, and Ms. McClure needs to send that to me within a week. Then I know that you are or you aren't entitled to a court-appointed attorney. If I don't have that back in a week, I won't have any evidence of your ability to pay an attorney, and I'll have to release Ms. McClure from further representation. So be sure and get that back to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. CPS is to set up the above services for the family and for Michael. Y'all, does everybody agree that our hearings can be held via Zoom, or do y'all want to come see me in person? Zoom.
It's fine for me.
Okay, Zoom's good. Okay. Mr. Grove, you're released from further representation because Mr. Carter does not qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Our next hearing will be held on September 17th. It's called a compliance hearing. And what that is we just make sure that, the CPS has set up everything, that Michael's going to his therapy, working on his GED. And it's like a review hearing. We just make sure that everything's okay. Okay.
Hold on, when's September?
Judge?
September.
Yes, sir. Yes, somebody said judge.
It was me.
Yes, Ms. Hill.
I don't know if it will be included in the order, but just that we get a release of information or be able to have access to his medical records to follow up with his providers.
Okay, thank you. I'll put parents sign releases upon request. Okay, and parents and Michael, upon CPS request, y'all have to keep up with whoever's going to be the caseworker. Attorney ad litem have attorney ad litem and CPS has 24/7 access to home and Michael. That means if, Miss Mystic needs to come over in the middle of the night, she won't do that. But in the middle of the night, check on things, that she can do that. Michael, Miss Mystic is here to help guide you with these services and do, what's in your best interest and what you want also. Okay.
Right.
And excuse me.
My bad. I'm sorry for interrupting again. I just have a question. It can
Okay.
wait.
Go on. You can go now.
Okay. So, am I allowed to move move into another place while going through this?
I think that's going to be something you're going to have to talk to your lawyer and the CPS about.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, my main thing is you to get these services and start going to services. I mean, you're already doing it now, but in case something stops, just to continue. And because I am really very, very concerned about your health, okay, and your well-being. And I mean, when I got this case, I was like, oh my God, he's 17 and a half. We need to try to help you as much as possible, okay? Because you're a smart young man, and I think you can work through whatever kind of demons or whatever bad juju's going on now. I mean, I hope you can, and I want you to, because I think you can be a real, like I said, you're smart, and I think you can be a real productive citizen. We just need to try to get you, on the right track.
Yeah.
And drinking and drugging ain't it, dude,
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, and you've already gotten in trouble with the law. So, and it's a bummer that at 17 you are an adult, but that's just the way it is. And, we need to get you away from that track. Because let me tell you this, having criminal stuff on your record affects housing, future housing. It affects everything.
Yeah.
Drugs, thieving, those are some of the worst things that you can have on your record. Assaultive behavior, because, they run credit checks, they run background checks, they run everything. And if you have those, you're not going to be able to get another place to live. And I have some kids that are on the street, and that is not my personal kids, but my CPS kids. And that is not where you want to be.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So you know what happens then, and we don't need to talk about that. So,
yeah.
Okay, lawyers or parents or Michael, do y'all have any questions?
Do you?
Ma'am.
Amanda?
Miss Hill, you need to pass this case on to FBSS today, because I want this services bing, bang, boom. I want Michael to start getting it, and work on this case. I'm just going to put that FBSS to contact Mom and Michael no later than, what's today, the 14th, the noon, 7/17/25. That's Friday. I mean, that's Thursday.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Because time is of the essence in this case. Okay, Mr. Sturmer, what do you need?
I don't think I need anything else.
Thank you. Ms. McClure?
I think we're good. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Grove?
Your Honor, will the court's docket notes indicate my dismissal, or would you like a standalone order?
No, I put it on my docket sheet, and also put it on my judge sheet in my file.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Mystic, anything else?
So Judge, one of the things Michael expressed was that he is trying to reestablish relationship with his grandparents. I spoke with his grandmother earlier today, and they've put some conditions on him as well, which I think are very good, which is the GED, finish his day program, but also like to see him get a job. And if that comes to that, I mean, he can reach out to me and we can talk about it. Stay in touch with repairing his relationship with his grandfather. And she said he's doing those things. He's reaching out, they're talking. And so, I mean, I don't know that could happen before we get out of this case due to his age. I did talk with Mr. Minnick, who is his attorney on his criminal case. And so they have a court date on the 17th. And so hopefully they can get something going there that'll also be helpful to Michael. So he's a smart kid. I think he can get the GED, which will be good. And we always know when at least the teenagers I represent, when they get a job, it usually helps. They form those, friendships there and working and doing for others. So hopefully we can get that going.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
If I'm gonna be doing GED classes, I don't think I'm gonna want to have a job, because that's gonna give me a lot of stuff to deal with, and I'd rather focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah, well,
I
and right
agree.
now with you going to, the aftercare or the day hab, I think that'd be kind of hard also. But I mean, it's sort of like, my parent, not these parents in this case. I mean, it's like, idle hands don't lead to anything good. And I just want you not to sit at home when, you either need to be in school, you need to be working, doing your counseling, but just not sitting on your butt, playing on your Switch or something, That drives me crazy. Okay. And all the lawyers on here, we're all lawyers and we all agree the same. I mean, all our kids and grandkids are busy and it's like boot camp, bam, bam, bam. That's what you're doing something. I even order some of my kids, Michael, that if you're not going to get a job, you're not going to go to college, then you're going to go do 40 hours a week of community service, picking up trash or whatever. So, that's a job, but you just don't get paid for it. So, there's just different ways to do stuff. So,
well, I'm glad I'm doing the outpatient and stuff. I like getting out the house because, like I said, sitting on my butt all day not doing nothing wasn't good.
no, it's not good. It's not good. Just makes you feel lethargic and lazy, and makes me feel fat. And I don't like to feel any fatter than I already am. Yeah, so I get it. Okay, well, and you meet other people, and that's what's important. So, okay, well, good luck to y'all, and if y'all need anything, reach out to your lawyers, and I'll see y'all via Zoom on 9/17. Okay, thank y'all. Good luck, Michael.
Thank you.
I texted you, Michael. Read your text. All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be in recess. Just a little while.
Judge, when is your yearly CLE in San Saba or wherever it is? Is that coming up?
No, it is first Friday in May, so it's not, and they didn't have it this year. Children's Commission is having a legislative update. That's coming up.
Well, that's what I was looking for, some guidance on how we're handling the O grounds on a day-to-day basis, the removal of the O ground thing.
It's 2 weeks, let's see, from tomorrow. Like 12:30 to 1:30 or something on Zoom.
2 weeks from the 15th?
Yeah, so it's at the 29th.
Is that on Zoom? Oh, you said it's on Zoom.
On Zoom, yeah, through the Children's Commission.
What's a loser like me got to do to get an invite for that?
I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Let me find that right now because I have to register too.
Special characters. Okay.
You said no, I don't.
No, you don't.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, but if that's how it worked for you before, I say good. But just don't use anything that you've used in the past.
Okay, calls number 569. Okay, Mr. Sherman, you may begin, please.
I'm sorry, Judge, which case did you call?
Davidson.
Judge, I believe we have an agreement for the department to remain the temporary managing conservator of the child. Ms. Mystic, correct me if I'm wrong. Are we requesting DNA testing between Nathan Witt and the child landed? Okay.
Okay, because I show that he's alleged. Is that correct?
Yes, because the child was born when mom was married to Mr. Davidson.
Okay, so Mr. Davidson is the presumed father of Landon, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And there's never been any attorney general or any other DNA or any other court orders or anything affecting Landon?
Not any legally ordered DNA test done.
Okay. Okay. Ms. McClure, is that your understanding also?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. Okay. Got that.
My client said that he would like to have it done as soon as possible, so he's willing to pay for it out of pocket.
I'm okay with that. Was everybody else okay with that?
I'd rather have the AG's office do it, but
He will go to the facility of your choice, Your Honor.
Okay.
He apparently has been seeing the child monthly or several times a month, except for the last 2 months and a couple of times in the past when the mom would decide not to let him see the child. And I can put testimony on that on the stand if you would like for me to do so.
Okay.
Judge.
What, Ms. McClure?
I don't believe all of that is, I can also have my client testify about that. She's wanted him to participate and be part of this child's life. It's up to him. Now is the only time he's actually chosen to take a step to do that, is her perspective.
Okay, well, everybody's got two sides to every story, and there's probably 3 or 4. So I don't need to have any testimony about that. I'm just going to say, Mr. Witt to pay for testing in a facility agreed by the attorneys. Okay, y'all, and find out where the AG goes or however they do it. And I mean, what's that place that does what's the testing in Killeen called? AMD.
There's an A&D testing, and then there's also another one down the road. I can't think of it, but I'm not sure that the A&D does the paternity, but
Y'all can find out.
any test now or something like that.
Any lab test now.
Yeah, any lab.
That's
any lab test now.
That's a funny name.
Yes,
I know.
yes, it is. But those are usually the two that I see.
Waco, Harker Heights, and I don't know if Temple has. Because folks that live in Gatesville sometimes go more Waco.
Well, I know Mr. Witt lives in Moody. So somewhere in Waco or Temple would be more.
Well,
There's an
y'all
AD in
have
Temple.
to agree because Landon's going to have to go too, obviously.
Okay, right.
Y'all can make a plan.
Okay.
But it sounds like we have 1 or 2 choices.
Okay.
Okay. What else, Mr. Sturmer? Got testing.
I guess just supervised visits as agreed by the department ad litems and personal effects from the parents to the children.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Witt, Ms. Davidson, do y'all have any Native American heritage in your families?
No, Your Honor.
No? Okay. Ms. Davidson, do you?
No, ma'am. No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Witt, what about you? Where's he?
He shook his head no. I think they're trying
He
to.
did?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I have a bunch of people on my little bitty screen, so I'm trying to figure it all out. Okay, thank you. Okay, has anybody ever been to court before regarding any of these children? Divorce, child support, custody, anything?
No, ma'am.
Y'all have never been to court on the big kids?
No, ma'am.
No? No court orders?
No.
No, we divorced, but it was also civil.
Well, that was divorce. Where was that?
The courthouse here in Coryell,
Okay.
the 52nd Judicial, I believe.
And then y'all remarried.
They
right?
remarried though, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And then did y'all get divorced then?
We haven't divorced yet, no.
Okay. Okay, so those orders went out the door when y'all got remarried again. So, okay, so no, and no, Ms. Davidson, no, no court orders on Landon, correct?
No, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay, Mr. Sturmer, do you need anything else?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. McClure?
We just need to make some arrangements. I think Kristen and I need to work to make some arrangements so that Mr. Davidson can come and pick up some items, but I think she and I can probably work that out. There's also keys and a garage clicker that we'd like him to leave at the house when he does come to pick those things up.
Okay, y'all can work that out, I think. I hope.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure we can.
Let me ask this, where are the
I
children?
can't legally, Your Honor, may I? Ma'am? I can't legally go on the property from 61 days from my arrest. I think it's like August 14th.
You have a
that's on the criminal side.
You have a protective?
Yes, protective.
Okay.
And somebody?
Well, it looks like y'all gonna have to work that out for somebody else to do that transfer.
Okay.
I can have someone come over. Yes. It's
Okay,
someone that Whitney knows and trusts.
Okay, good. What was I talking about before that?
Judge, kids are in Coryell County. They're close.
Okay.
They're going to stay in the same school.
Okay. Oh, this is the case we talked. Okay. We talked about the rabbits earlier, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. Good. Okay. What else, Ms. McClure, do you need?
My client is just, wanting to get on it. She's already started trying to get to AA meetings. We talked about service plans and therapy and all that. And I think she feels like she waited too late to do things, but she's going to get on it, and she wants to do whatever she can to get the children back.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Ms. Kay?
Nothing today, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Gustafson, anything other than the DNA testing?
Well, we would just like a placement hearing once the DNA tests come back, Your Honor, because my client is a non-offending parent, so he would like his child placed with him once the DNA results come back and if they show he is the father.
Okay, just let me know, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Casa, what do y'all need?
Just to make sure that the kids do get the belongings that they need. Other than that, nothing else.
Okay, do y'all, parents, y'all think y'all can work out that the kiddos get the stuff that they need?
I'm gonna message the mom the list that I received from foster mom. I'll get that to her as soon as this is over.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, Miss Mystic?
I have a list
of stuff that they need?
No, of what I want.
Order. Okay.
Then what I want you to order.
Okay.
So, and everybody knows their place with the youth pastor from the church. I know that the kids are gonna have their CANS assessment, but the 17-year-old, who is absolutely amazing kid, we talked about therapy, and she believes like I do. She gets her therapy from church. So I know they may recommend it, but Judge, if I have to request a hearing, I will. But she has an incredible village and support system at the church. And I think for her mental health, she's getting what she needs there. And I have no doubt the placement will make sure. However, for little Jimmy,
hold on,
yes,
and she's almost 18 years old, so
yes, yeah. But
we're
you know,
good.
other than what she told me every now and then, she has a little sass. She's a great kid, which if I had a teenager that didn't have some sass, I'd be worried, right? So yeah, good kid. So the 6-year-old, Jimmy, he needs some therapy. So we know CANS will do their assessment, but I'd like to get him in as soon as possible. There's some behavior stuff. He's doing great in the placement, but I think, and this was from Reagan, so she recognizes it. And I talked with the placement. She shows rabbits, and we had a long conversation Saturday about, going to the house and taking care of them. But I think, the placement said if mom's good with it, they could go out and pick up the rabbits and let her take them where they live. The youth pastor, he showed rabbits, he's on the screen, so he knows how to take care of them. And of course, Regan does. Reagan has a car that they've let her bring. It's not hers, it's the parents. I just want to ensure they're going to continue to pay the car insurance. I want to ensure they're going to pay her cell phone. She would like visits with her father. We understand there's supervised at the department, but we understand there's a protective order, and we'll probably have a hearing before his or after it expires. We can address that then, but I wanted to put that out there that she said she's good if she could see her dad and talk, see him at supervised visits at the department. As for mom, and I talked with the placement, they're happy to supervise visits with her. I think she and Regan have talked and texted. So I had a conversation with her that I don't have a problem of her texting with her mother, and we don't have to supervise that. But if placement says we want to look at your phone, she has to give it up. And she said she would. I mean, she's a great kid. She works. We are keeping normalcy for all of these kids, as far as keeping her job. I want her to be able to have her friends come over and spend the night. I want her to be able to go. I know she's going to be 18 in October, but keep that normalcy going for these 3 kids. And then mom and I know dad both attend this church. I know dad can't right now with the protective order. I don't want mom to be barred from being able to come just because the kids are there, because I think that's real important. So I would ask that. And I talked to placement. Kids are in youth and in children's church. she just needs to be supervised, meaning they don't go off together. And I think she'll follow that. And everybody in the household that has the kids understands that. And everybody was good with it. I mean, we can't stop her from going, but I think it needs to be encouraged that she keep going. The last thing, and I know you do in kind, I think it just might be easier if we did some child support, Judge. I know these parents will provide, but sometimes I think it might be easier if we have a number. They've taken these 3 kids, and I know they're going to pay the car insurance and pay the cell phone for her, but if you could order something, that's my list. And electronic communication, placement has no problem, them mom calling, and I guess with the protective order, he can't call, but we can address that at the next hearing, because I know they want to see him, but we can't do that right now. That's all I got.
Okay, give me some amounts. Considering I'm ordering them to continue to pay for the car insurance, and cell phone. I don't know how these parents do for a living. Nothing.
Yeah, mom's a nurse. Dad has his own business. I don't have a problem, Judge, if we could come up with an amount and they talk to their lawyers and give us some numbers. Is that okay if we do it that way? So I don't want to say it's guideline and then they're like, oh my gosh, we've got to do things for ourselves to get everybody healthy. And the last thing that she really wanted me to say that Reagan was, she wants to stay all the siblings where they're living, but I also understand Ms. Gustafson and her client's position, but that was one thing she wanted to make sure she and that baby didn't leave her arms unless I had to send him out. They're very bonded. And I know that's hard for them to hear, but we also understand he has a father and, going to have visits and things, but that's all I have.
Okay, well, I'm gonna name the department, the temporary manager can serve the children, order DNA on Landon and Mr. Witt to pay for the testing at a facility agreed by the attorneys. It's kind of visits here, there, and y'all. We got a 17-year-old with a very busy schedule, so y'all will work out visits as agreed by attorneys and placement and CASA. I'm still gonna order, the parents to help with personal effects too. Because school's coming up. I don't know what amount of child support y'all are going to agree upon, but if the kids need school supplies, it's sort of y'all's duty to provide that kind of stuff, not the placements. So y'all are ordered to provide personal effects as requested by CPS, placement, and or the ad items. Does everybody agree that the hearings can be held via Zoom, or do y'all want to come see me?
Zoom.
Zoom. Okay.
Zoom.
CPS is to enroll Jimmy in therapy immediately. Parents to continue to pay Reagan's car insurance, and cell phone. The child support will begin on 8/1/25 on an amount agreed upon by the ad items. And the child support will be paid to Ms. Mystic, who will forward it to the placement. Our next hearing is called a status hearing. It's going to be on 9/3/25. What that is between now and then, y'all will all have a family group conference, and that's a meeting where your services will be developed. And your services are things you need to comply with, or your parental rights could be subject to termination. Like therapy, OSAR evaluation, that's for drugs, inpatient rehab, if that's ordered. All those kind of things, y'all will come up at that meeting. And like I said, I tell everybody that you got to comply, or your parental rights could be subject to termination. At the status hearing, we'll go over your services, and I'm sure you probably would have already started working on those. But that's the purpose of the status hearing, and I'll also give you more court dates to put on your calendar. No Native American heritage, no prior court of continuing jurisdiction. Parents, y'all should have received applications for court-appointed attorney from your lawyers. Y'all need to fill those out and get them back to your attorney within the week. That's the only way I know that y'all are entitled to court-appointed attorneys. If I don't have that information, I don't know you're entitled to an attorney, and your attorney will be released, because I have to make sure that you're entitled to one before the county will pay for it. So make sure you get with your attorney about those forms. Does anybody need anything else on the Davidson children?
I just put in the chat, when you do order the child support to begin August 1st for mom and dad, I put in the chat how you get a hold of my office and who you ask for, if you know how to read the chat. Okay. But if you don't get it, that's fine. We'll get it to you. Thank you, Judge.
Davidson, y'all need to look at the chat. Mr. Witt, that doesn't apply to you yet.
Yeah, sorry. I sent it to everyone. I didn't mean to do that.
That's okay.
I just wanted to be sure that Mr. Witt would continue to have visitation supervised by the department at this point, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see any reason not to. Okay, everybody good?
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Unless your lawyer, Ms. Kay might tell you to be quiet, but let's see. Ms. Kay,
I'll let him start.
talk slow in case
We'll see how it goes.
We did always try to get Landon's father to come see him. We tried hard. His mom would come pick him up about once a month. And, you know, we know that they're all good people and stuff, but it was like pulling teeth to get them to come visit Landon or to come get him just for a 4-hour day.
Okay, well, if we have a placement hearing, y'all be sure and bring that back up then.
Okay.
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 Thank you.
Okay. Well, good luck to everybody, and we'll see y'all on Zoom on 9/3. Thank you.
Mabry,
Yes, ma'am.
just to clarify, mom's visits are going to be supervised by the placement?
Miss Missick says yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm good with it. Placement's good with it.
Okay, just clarifying. Thank you.
Okay. Thank y'all. Now y'all are excused. Have a good day.
Thank
Everybody
you.
going to testify, please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, Mr. Sherman, you may begin, please.
Judge, it sounds like we have an agreement for the department to remain temporary managing conservator. Due to the nature of the allegations in this case, I think it probably be appropriate that there not be any visits unless specifically authorized by the court. I know that, you know, the circumstances of the people involved probably will prohibit them from visiting right this second, but that's really about the only request I think we have.
Ms. Sherman, you need DNA.
Yeah, I guess we will need that.
Mr. Grove, is there anybody on your clients on the child's birth certificate listed as the father?
My understanding of the answer to that question is no, Judge. I sent around an email about, I don't know, mid last week with a person my client identifies as being the father. He is in the Lindsay State Jail right now.
Okay. And what is his name?
Joel something. Hold on.
I think you said Slayton in the email that you.
Is that it? Mr.
Yeah.
Slayton, who's in the Lindsay State Jail, Judge.
What's he in jail for?
There was a misunderstanding as to the legality of running from the police, Judge.
That always happens.
It does.
I understand. Okay. So, but we have Mr. Harlan as alleged, so we're going to do DNA testing on him first. At least they're both easy to find, so that's good. Okay. Where is Cora placed? Approximately.
She's in a foster home in Coryell County. You know, the foster mom.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's okay.
Y'all, there's a bunch of people coming in the waiting room. Somebody with a phone number, the 720 number, Trina Moore, and I think they're all probably on the next case.
Yes.
But, okay. Mr. Grove, I take it nobody, with Cora being so little, they haven't never been to any AG court or anything before on her, right?
I don't believe so, Judge.
Okay.
And I have not inquired about Native American heritage. There were other moving parts on this case that I considered more important, so my apologies.
Okay. Ms. Compost, do you or anybody in your family or anybody in the father's family have any Native American heritage?
Clarissa, you can answer. I've got her trained pretty well, Judge. Intimidated?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Okay. Mr. Grove, you want to put that, how you got her trained pretty well, you want to put that on the record so I can make that a court order?
Yes, ma'am. I would appreciate if the court would order the parties and CASA and the ad litem to filter all communications for Ms. Campos through my office. I've already got an appointment this week with CASA, so we're willing to chat about most things, just not about obvious things.
Okay. So I'm saying know when to contact mom without going through Mr. Grove.
I appreciate that, Judge.
Okay. Anything else you need, Mr. Grove?
Well, Judge, I understand Mr. Sturmer and Miss Mystic's concerns about visitation. I do. I would like to get at least some supervised visits going. I think there was one this morning, perhaps, that I think went okay. I welcome being corrected on that.
Well, one concern I have is if all communication is going through Mr. Grove and she's having supervised visits at the CPS office, then what parameters would we have to go through to facilitate those visits?
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I also understand being between that rock and a hard place. I trust the department, if they represent everyone, that they're not going to talk to mom about the facts underlying this case or the criminal allegations. If we're just going to supervise a baby visit, fantastic. I don't think they need to talk very in detail about that. But
who's going to be the caseworker on this case?
Miss Morrow.
Miss Morrow.
Okay. She's here somewhere. I saw her name. Where is she?
She's here.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay. Miss Morrow, you understand what Mr. Grove's talking about?
Yes, I do, ma'am, Your Honor.
I still got to find you. There you are. You're at the very top. That's why I didn't see you on my screen. Okay. Okay. So as long as we got that clear, it'd just be, oh, here's the baby, here's Cora, she's doing well, or oh, don't do that, or just basic visitation type stuff, Ms. Morrow, and pass that on to your staff and anybody that aids in the visitation. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to clarify the prior order. No one to contact mom without going through Mr. Grove, except for visitation purposes. Okay. Okay, anything else, Mr. Grove?
no, ma'am, we do agree to TMC. Thank you.
Okay. My pen just died. Hold on, I gotta get another. Okay. Mr. Mintz, what do y'all need other than DNA, I guess?
Yes, Your Honor, we agree to TMC, would agree as to form only of the order and would request some DNA, please.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Let me go back to you, Mr. Grove.
Yes, ma'am.
Your client was incarcerated and bonded out and had somebody obviously pay for her bond, or she paid for it. How can she bond out on a criminal case, but then she needs a court-appointed attorney?
I don't know the exact answer to that question, Judge. My first shooting from the hip reaction will be her grandfather did so, but I'd need some time to find out the truth on that, Judge.
And did her grandfather also buy her a criminal attorney?
I don't believe that a criminal attorney has been retained as of this moment right now, Judge.
Okay. Charges are pending in Brown County, correct?
That is my understanding for tampering with evidence.
Okay. Is that a third degree?
I am happy to say that I have not dealt with criminal law in about 5 years.
Me neither. Yeah. So, Mr. Mintz, is tampering a third degree?
I will, my answer would be substantially similar to Mr. Grove's.
Yeah, so we forget, different kinds of law we don't do anymore. We forget third degree, state jail, felony, something like that. Okay. Hold on. Fourth? Wow. Okay. Costa, what do y'all need?
I think we're good. We did see the baby in the placement last week, and I think we were asking for daycare. But outside of that, baby is super cute. She's got little fat rolls. She's super sweet. And the caregivers are very, very happy to have her in the home. They're familiar with the family, so that makes it a little better too. So,
right.
But outside of that, we're good.
Okay, good. Thank you. Miss Mystic.
Yes, Judge, Vicky's right. We need daycare. This is a situation though we've had before. This daycare in Gatesville doesn't take CCMS, so the court had ordered on another case for the department to pay regardless of that. And that'll be in the order. I just wanted department to be aware.
Are you going to give me that order, Miss Mystic?
I will. I'll be happy to if Chuck doesn't mind, unless he wants to do it.
I'm sure he doesn't mind.
He thumbed up.
Ed Lyons, what do y'all think about Miss Campos visiting Cora? As long as it's supervised.
At the department, I'm okay. And I think Mr. Grove put that they can coordinate visits. So as long as it's at the department and supervised, I'm okay. And it works with placement schedule, which she's been down this rodeo quite a bit, up to 2 of our other kids.
Okay. Well, I think so, because Cora's a little baby and mom's not in jail. So I think we'll do this for now. Okay. Okay. Ms. Campos, Mr. Grove, she already filled out her court-appointed attorney application, right?
She did, Judge, and you approved it.
So, Mr. Mintz, be sure and get Mr. Harlan to fill his out, even though he's he's alleged. Ms. Campos, are you married to anybody else right now?
No, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay, so like I said, we're going to order DNA on Mr. Harlan. Ms. Campos, instead of paying child support right now, I'm going to order you to provide personal effects that Cora needs, like diapers, wipes, she needs formula, baby stuff, anything like that CPS, the placement, or the item says she needs. You're going to provide that in lieu of child support. Visits as agreed by CPS and the items. No one is to contact Ms. Campos without going through Mr. Grove, except for visitation purposes only. CPS is to provide child care. Ma'am, after today, there'll be a meeting. You heard me on the other case. There'll be a meeting called a family group conference, and that's where your services will be developed. Your status hearing is also going to be September 3rd, and on that day, I'll make the services a order of the court and tell you have to comply with your service plan, and court orders or your parental rights can be subject to termination. Everybody agrees to Zoom, or y'all want to come? Y'all want to come to Gatesville?
Zoom is fine.
Okay, good. Okay, let's see.
I have to go to Gatesville in person for a mediation, Judge, so I'm happy to do it today. I'm still trying to figure out exactly where that is.
Yeah, it's sort of interesting for you to get to where you live, but you'll figure, especially with the, I think there's a bridge down between you and where I would tell you to go, but you'll figure it out.
I'm gonna tell you, I'll tell the court the same thing we used to tell people on midnight patrol in the city of Fort Worth when they'd ask us where Billy Bob's was. And I would tell them, you just can't get there from here.
You just didn't have to deal with them later, huh?
No, well, when they'd ask us that question, Billy Bob's was around the corner because we were dealing with a bar fight in the stockyards, and we just say, "Oh, you can't get there from here." And the looks we get were fascinating.
My husband had something he wanted to add. What'd you want to add?
You can't get there from here.
He's being smart aleck.
You can't get there from here.
I can't do that accent, but y'all know. Okay. Well, thank y'all for coming. Good luck to everybody. Cora is a cute little girl. And I wish everybody the best of luck. And hopefully we'll get the DNA back by the next hearing. So thank you. Y'all are excused. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You all.
No.
Is Mr. Bailey?
Everybody, nobody else is in the waiting room. Here's somebody. Let's see who this is.
There's iPhones. Janice.
Sorry about that. Let me fix my name. So sorry.
That's Dad.
I'm so sorry I'm late. Had a messy baby from lunch, had a little bit of spaghetti, and got it everywhere, and threw his bowl on the floor. So I apologize about that.
Okay. Now, does somebody need to talk to anybody?
I think there's an agreement.
I need to talk to my client, Judge.
Oh.
Okay, Ms. Kay. How do you pronounce, Mr. Frias, how do you pronounce your last name? Because I'll screw it up a million ways.
You got it the first try, ma'am.
That's shocking. Okay. Ms. Simpson, if you can send Mr. Frias and Ms. Kay to a breakout room, please. Testimony you're about to give, be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Sturmer, you may begin, please.
Sounds like we have an agreement for the department to remain the temporary managing conservator of the children. I think there's.
Hold on just 1 second. Is Mom here?
She's a 720 number, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, can you, next time you have to show your face. Can you not do that today? Hello, Miss Martin?
If they're in the same room, she can be on the screen, right?
Yeah.
It would not let me download the app on my phone.
Okay, well, just close out. I'll release the phone number one.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Sturmer, go on.
Judge, I believe we have an agreement for the department to remain the temporary managing conservator of the children. There's a kind of a placement issue for the younger child. So we would just ask that placement be as agreed by the department and ad items for that child. As far as visits go, just asking that the visits be supervised and that the parents provide personal effects.
Okay. Okay, Ms. San Miguel, what do you need?
Just two placement options to be considered. I think for now, maternal grandma, which is Katharina Moore, to have both the children. I think the goal is to keep the children together, and there's options of a fictive kin, a friend of mother, Shelby Nichols, and then there's also an aunt by the name of Stephanie Gilmore to be considered as possible placement options. And again, to try to keep the children together.
Does Miss Moore have Zachary with her? Yes.
Yes.
And Mr. Bailey has Levi right now, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Ms. San Miguel. Ms. Gustafson?
Well, Your Honor, there is a pending case in Bell County regarding Landon. Apparently in the 4ID court, there is a SAPSR that was filed sometime last year. And then in June, this June, there was a hearing where there was an attorney ad litem appointed to represent Landon. And
Wait,
custody.
who's Landon?
I'm sorry. I think I'm
Levi?
mixing up. Levi,
No.
I'm sorry. I'm mixing up my.
Okay, yeah, we have Landon.
I'm mixing up my dads and kids from the other case. I
Yeah,
apologize.
okay.
Too many L's and.
Right.
Anyway, so there's a case where in June there was an attorney ad litem that was appointed to represent Levi. Mr. Bailey is represented by Mr. Pritchard's office. Mr. Gaunt is his attorney. And so apparently there's temporary orders where mom and him were joint managing conservators, with mom having the temporary primary right. And so at this point in time, my client is the non-offending parent and of course would like to continue placement with him and would like to at some point have his child severed out and him to be appointed a temporary sole managing conservator so he could continue on to finalize this case with his child.
Wow. Who was the attorney ad litem appointed and who represents Miss Martin in that? Excuse me, Miss Gustafson.
Well, it's my understanding that the mother is pro se and
Okay.
Isaac Brimhall was the attorney that was appointed to represent the child. And that typically happens in Judge Nelson's court whenever things surface where there's allegations about, that bring up questions about custody or mistreatment or, things where he needs more information regarding the home life and things like that, then he will appoint somebody to represent the child. So I assume that's probably what happened. And mom is pro se, so that's probably why he appointed Mr. Brimhall.
Okay, when was the next hearing on that case set?
July 25th.
Oh, wow. Okay. And what was it set for? Just what kind of hearing?
I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's to follow up on custody provisions or possession provisions or what, but this kind of changes all of that.
Right. Mr. Bailey's, Mr. Pritchard gonna since these are all related, he gonna represent you in this case?
I've been trying to, Your Honor, I've been trying to get in contact with my attorney's office and have not heard a single word from them for about a week now, Your Honor.
Okay. So basically you don't know yet, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. Thanks, Ms. Gustafson. Has anybody talked to Mr. Isaac, that's the attorney ad litem on Levi's case?
Actually, we just found that out thanks to Miss Kay. She made a call over to the Attorney General's office because she has a wonderful connection and was able to get an immediate response. And she's the one that found out about the court date and the attorney ad litem. So thanks to her, we were just made aware of that. So we appreciate that.
Okay, the parents didn't know about that?
My client advised me that there was a pending custody case, but I was not aware it was in the 4D court, Your Honor.
Okay.
It is a SAPSR that was filed sometime last year. My understanding was that it was a modification, but it is not a modification. It was a SAPSR.
Okay. Well, we need to get to the bottom of that because that's that's very interesting. I don't even know what else to say about that. Thank you. Okay, Ms. Kay.
Yes, ma'am.
You need anything?
Not today.
Okay, Casa.
Just the kids stay where they're at, and grandma and dad have talked to each other, and dad is gonna let Levi go and see grandma on Thursday, and then I'll reach out to the attorneys to see what's going on and see if I can get in touch with the other attorney ad litem. This is all new to me, so I get with the professionals that done did it before, and they can get me the information. But both of the kids are doing good, and CASA has no concerns right now, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Miss Martin, is Mr. Frias and Mr. Martin, are they on their respective kids' birth certificates?
Yes.
Okay. And have you did they sign them or did you do DNA or what?
Aiden's not on Levi's, but Aiden has a DNA test.
Okay. Okay. So that's good. Okay. Parents, any of y'all have any Native American heritage? No?
No, Your Honor.
No. Mr. Bailey, do you?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm having problems hearing you on my end.
Do you have any Native American heritage in your background? Can you hear me?
Say that again, Your Honor.
Do you have any Native American heritage?
Some as far as I know of from my family tree. Also a DNA testing I've done before my mom's done for me or something.
And what is that?
As far as I know of Choctaw.
Anybody registered?
No, ma'am. I myself am not registered, Your Honor. From what I can tell, we are not federally recognized.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Miss Mystic, what do you need? Cute kid. Mystic, send me pictures.
Yeah.
Somebody's got chickens in their backyard. I like that too.
I know. They have snakes too, Judge.
I don't like snakes, but I like chickens.
They have a big snake.
Who has a big snake?
Mr. Bailey, I didn't even know he has a lovely dog. I sent you a picture of the dog. I'm sitting on the couch and the dog and I are bonding. I go to look at the baby outside swimming. I turn around and there's a big snake. It's in a big aquarium thing. And so, I mean, we talked a lot about the snakes and he says they don't get out and stuff. So everything's good. Levi,
get that baby or that child or the chickens or the dog.
The dog got the chickens, or if the snake gets out, gets the chickens. And so, but he's had some other pets that he's gotten rid of because they weren't acting right. So I know he's protective as far as the animals, but I don't mind a court order to get rid of the snakes. He wouldn't like it, but I'd be fine with it. Anyway, so I went to his house. He's got a 4-month-old with his current fiance. And then of course he has Levi. Asked him how it was when he picked him up because he hadn't seen him. And you would not know that seeing them outside playing and swimming. Have a little tiny pool. His sister, Mr. Bailey's sister, was there, and she and that baby stayed in that pool most of the visit. But he ran up every time we'd go outside. He'd run up to his dad. So I don't have any concerns. And then I went to Miss Moore's house, and they live like a mile or two. I mean, they live really close to each other, which is good. And I got to see Zachary. I put him to sleep. He was so sweet. But she's made a decision, and I don't understand it, but they're moving to Minnesota. Judge doesn't really like cold either. So we're like, no. Anyway, she's from there. She and her husband are moving. They can't take Zachary. And so she can't be the placement, obviously, for Zachary after 2 weeks, I think. Did I get the wrong place?
No, you're correct, Your Honor. I just wanted to clarify. Before all this happened, we had just sold our house. We signed on the 28th, and then we bought another house, and we signed on the 31st. So our hands are tied to this situation. And I'm planning to come back as often as I can and all of that. But it just, I wish it was different circumstances, of course, all the way around. But that was our circumstance, is that we've already purchased the home.
Okay.
Their home's sold.
The other folks that Miss San Miguel mentioned for possible placements, sound like there was an aunt, and where does she live?
So the aunt lives in League City, Judge, but Miss Moore sent me the name, and Joanne mentioned this name as well. It's Miss Moore's a retired teacher. This is a teacher and her partner, and they live in Leander, which would be far better, closer to, the sibling plus for mom and dad to visit with Zachary. So if we can do an expedited or do a home assessment, because we really need to start getting this done pretty quick before they leave.
What's their names in Leander?
Shelly, what was it?
It is Shelby Nichols, and Connor is the partner's name, and I'm going to get their last name right now. Just a minute. They're coming over here to meet with us tomorrow morning.
Okay. Do y'all want me to order a home study on the League City folks too, or just the Shelby people?
I don't think the League City, I'm sorry to interrupt, just because this is all while we're texting, Your Honor. I don't believe the League City situation is going to work out, but Connor's last name is Brown, Brown, and I'll get their number too.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, just give it to, I don't need it, ma'am. You can just give it to.
You text it to me.
She can get it.
And Judge, I don't know where Nicholas and mom are on this situation. I think Mr. Frias' family is California, and we all know with ICPC, and we want the kids here because we want parents, mom and dad, to give services to get Zachary back, and I mean, so anyway, I will get with the folks she's and I know Casa will, with who they're kind of recommending, and if we can get on that so that we're not scrambling too much. And if we have to have a hearing for you to meet them, and because I know CPS can recommend without a official home study, but if we have to do one, I'll let everybody know and we'll get on that.
Okay. Parents, y'all's lawyers should have sent y'all applications for court-appointed attorney. I need you to fill those out and get them back to me, because that's the only way I know that you should be entitled to a court-appointed attorney. If I don't have that information, you're not entitled to a court-appointed attorney, and your attorneys will be released on July 21st if I don't have that information back from fill it out and give it to your lawyers, and they'll send it to me. I'm going to name the department as the agreed temporary managing conservator of the little guys, and I'm going to order the parents to provide personal effects like diapers, pull-ups, whatever the little guys need, and that as requested by CPS placements or the attorney, the ad litems of the case. Placement is agreed by CPS and ad litems. Visits also is agreed. I'm going to order an expedited home study on Shelby Nichols and Connor Brown in Leander. Do y'all agree that all hearings can be held via Zoom? Y'all agree? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Parents, after today, there'll be a meeting called a family group conference. And at the family group conference, that's where y'all's services are developed. And I tell everybody at every hearing, you have to comply with your services and your court orders, or your parental rights could be subject to termination. We come back for our next hearing on September 3rd. We'll go over your court orders. Probably already would have started working your services and doing stuff by then. But on that day, I'll also give you some more court dates so you can plan off in the future accordingly. Everybody understand? Okay.
Oh, and can we get a daycare order?
Okay.
For Zachary. I don't know if Aiden needs one, but
you can put both of them in there.
I'll put them both. I'll put them both.
Then we don't have to worry about it. Okay.
If Chuck's okay with me doing it.
I'm sure he is. Yes. We'll just say yes. Yes. Okay. Anybody need anything else? Okay. Thank y'all for coming. Good luck. I wish everybody the best. Y'all got cute little guys. And we'll see y'all in September. Keep in touch with your lawyers, CASA and CPS.
Judge, can you tell me the name for the homestay again?
Shelby Nichols and Connor Brown.
I sent it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank y'all. Okay, we're in recess. Have a good day. Bye.
Is that all? Are we done?
We're done. I'll see you tomorrow for a visit.
We're doing that one tomorrow, correct, Your Honor?
Yes. Casey's taking them somewhere tonight, and she wrote and said, "Can you do it tomorrow?" I said, "Yes, yes."
Worked for me.
5:45, and it's my Zoom, so I'll text